What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer. I saw this MVT video. I watch his stuff every once in a while, and he did a Magikey stuff. A long time ago, I did a video like with this combo that involved it. That was super complicated. It involved I sold, and with all these kind of crazy negates. Truthfully, this kind of does the same exact thing, but it's much more simplified, and I actually think it involves like Magikey stuff a lot more than that combo did. It was kind of wish-washy. Like, I don't really like combos that go so far out of it. But this does, kind of go through its engine. It uses actual Magikey cards for Magikey stuff, which I appreciate versus just being an engine. So he kind of went over it pretty fast. I didn't know what all the cards did, and that's why I make these step-by-step combo tutorials for people who aren't like as initiated with the deck as someone who is. Great analysis might be. So I'm literally going to use the same exact hand. I'll have the link to his video. Not that he needs my viewership, but this is where I found the combo at. Starting off with Unexpected Die, this says if you control no monsters, special summon a level 4 or lower normal monster from the deck, which is exactly what we're going to do here. And we're going to special summon a Angel Trumpeter. This is just a normal monster, but it is a tuner, and it is level 4. Level 4 tuners are actually really dope. Next, we're going to normal summon a Clavis. This is like the main Magikey monster, obviously. But levels don't matter necessarily just quite yet, because you are going to go into a Crystrin Halq. This card says, if you guys aren't initiated, when it's link summon, you can special summon a level 3 or lower tuner from hand or deck in defense position, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. Oh, while it's on the field, it actually can, like once it hits the graveyard, which is pretty insane. So you're going to convert both of those into a Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon, which is just 2 machine monsters, which obviously that is. And this card says, when it's link summon, you special summon 3 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. And they're level 3s, like a really good level for synchro summoning. Mostly tokens are like level 1, but for whatever reason, this is not. Anyways, Despot001 effect says, if 2 or more machine monsters are special summoned at the same time, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. What do you know? These are all machine tokens. You can convert one of the tokens and the Despot001 into a Herald of the Arclight. Maybe thinking, first negate, that's awesome, what's up? But no, actually, that is not the case. It does have a secondary effect, which I'll show off here in just a second. But after we're going to use Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon's effect, where you can destroy 2 tokens to destroy a card on the field, add a trap from graveyard to your hand. Well, obviously, it had nothing to do with what we're doing. But the important effect is special summon a Mecha Phantom Beast monster from the deck. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to special summon Mecha Phantom Beast Coltwing. But since we sent Herald of the Arclight to the graveyard, this effect says any monster sent from hand or main deck to the graveyard is banished instead. Very cool, I guess. And then it has the Omni Negate, but if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 ritual monster or 1 ritual spell from your deck to your hand. This card, truthfully, is kind of insane the more you read it. Omni Negate's kind of like a small dimensional shifter. But Mecha Phantom Beast says when it's special summon, you get a special summon 2 tokens. So, as you can guess, that Despot001 is not a once per turn, so 2 or more machine monsters were special summoned at the same time, meaning the Despot001 comes back. Alright, you're going to convert all 3 of those tokens and the Despot001 and go into your first negate. This is Baroness de Fleur. This is literally just an Omni Negate. Now you can activate the effect of the Magikey field spell. When this card is activated, you can add 1 Magikey monster from your deck to your hand. That's all you need to know for now. Well, actually, another effect will come up, but let's just focus one at a time, right? So you're going to add from your deck to hand the ritual monster. This is Magikey Mech Musket Beto Buster. This just lets you add a Magikey monster to your hand, basically. Now, the secondary effect of this card says you can add the kind of ritual spell and tuck one of your other cards back into the deck. Very neat, right? But you won't actually maybe end up using this, but you do need that first effect of the field spell, to get that Beto Buster to hand. Alright, Advanced Ritual Art says you can send a monster from your deck to the graveyard to ritual summon to meet those requirements. Alright, that's very neat. So we can send that Clavis that we just tucked back, in case you need actually like that comes in handy, because you have to send it from deck to graveyard, obviously. Clavis effect, like I said, is to add a Magikey monster from deck to hand. It's also a ritual tuner, which is very unique, right? And obviously we'll be using that to synchro summon. Alright, this is a new card that's coming out. This is Mafteal. cannot be used as material for a Synchro or XYZ summon, except for the Synchro or XYZ summon of a Magikey monster. If you control a Magikey monster, you can reveal this card from your hand. During your main phase's turn, you can normal summon one Magikey monster in addition to your normal summoner set. And what do you know, we do own this Ritual Magikey monster, which meets those requirements. And this says when this card is normal summon, you can target one level 4 or lower normal monster or Magikey monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. A lot of text there, but obviously all good effects. Alright, so we have that extra normal summon. We're going to use it on, on its own card. It doesn't have to be anything else. And you can bring back the Clavis, and this makes for a Synchro 8. It's really cool. This card does not restrict you into Magikey monsters. It just says you have to control one. I like card design like that personally. But before we do anything, we can convert the Cult Wing and the Buster. Like I said, it is a tuner, which is very nice, the Ritual monster. Alright, Borreload Savage Dragon can come down. That is our next Omni Negate. And last but not least, we can go into the Magikey Mutated Ogre Transfuminin. These card names never cease to amaze me. This card says this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. That's pretty decent, I suppose. But more importantly, you can only use each of the following effects of this card's name once per turn. During your main phase, if you control this card Synchro Summon using 2 monsters with 2 or more different attributes as material, which of course we just did, you can set a Magikey spell or trap directly from your deck to your spell and trap zone. And then also, if your opponent normal or special summons a monster with the same attribute as a monster in your graveyard, you can destroy that. So what do we have? We have a dark, a light, a wind, and let's see what else. An earth, light. So basically everything. I literally think that's it. I think there's 4 attributes. So when your opponent tries to do anything, well, that's pretty tough. Yeah, you can only use each of the following effects. So you don't even have to choose. Not that you would really have to, I guess. So, but from the deck, we're going to set a Magikey Unlocking. This card says when your opponent activates a spell or trap card while you control a Magikey Ritual monster or a Magikey monster special summon from the extra deck, which we do, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Then you can declare 1 attribute, and if you do that for the rest of this turn, all face-up monsters your opponent controls become that attribute. That's not so important. So what does that mean? What does this board represent? Because this is the end board. Your opponent's going to have something destroyed when they try to normal or special summon it. That's pretty cool. More importantly, if they have something like the Dark Ruler No More, this is the out for that. That's probably the best part about this. Like, a lot of decks have those crazy end boards with like tons of negates, like in the form of monsters, but they don't have something like this. Forbidden Droplets obviously is an exception to this rule. That card is just insane, and it always will be. But other than that, really there aren't too many outs to this that I can think of off the top of my head. Everything else obviously falls into these kind of Omni Negates. I like end boards like this that have multiple forms, so it's not just Omni Negates, because you need more than that sometimes. You need some awkward stuff to kind of break it up, like destroying upon normal summon, negating those spells and traps. Like, those things definitely come in handy. That's a pretty decent end board. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.